Good morning, students. I'm Dr. Shalini. Today we will continue our topic, our lecture 2 from Unit 5. So we were talking about values. So now today we are going to talk about values of a human being and its participation in universal human order, means Manav Mulya. So there are Manav Mulya, six Manav Mulyas here: perseverance, dheerta, bravery, veerta, generosity, udarta, kindness, daya, beneficence, kripa, and compassion, karuna. So first one is dheerta, perseverance, being assured that all encompassing solution is to understand and live in harmony at all four levels. Bravery, Virta, being assured that all encompassing solution is to understand and live in harmony at all four levels, and you are ready to help the other person getting assured of it. Generosity, Udarta, being assured that all encompassing solution is to understand and live in harmony at all four levels, and you are ready to help the other getting assured of it, and you are also ready to invest yourself, your body, your wealth to help the other person getting assured of it, means udarta, giving somebody a helping hand. Kindness, daya, if a person has the ability but does not have the means to fulfill his or her needs, the participation in relation to make available the means to fulfill the needs is known as kindness. Beneficence, kripa, if a person has the means to fulfill his or her needs but does not have the ability or competence to utilize it, that participation in relation to imbibe the ability in him or her is called kripa. Compassion, karuna, if a person neither has the ability nor has the means to fulfill his or her needs, but the participation in relation to make available the body is called compassion. So these values need to be there to have which are called manav mulyas, values of human being in the interaction with the rest of the nature. This is called vastu mulya, means we are talking here about all the physical facilities. So the vastu mulya is the participation of the human being with the rest of the nature. So physical facilities are in relation with nature. It is further categorized as utility value, और we can call it उपयोगिता मूल्य, कि उस चीज की कितनी, उस वस्तु की कितनी उपयोगिता है. The participation of human being is ensuring the role of physical facility in nurture, in protection, and in providing means for the body. Artistic value, kala mulya, the participation of a human being in ensuring the role of physical facility to help and preserve its utility, how much we can utilize it, proper preparation of those things plus presentation of those things is called the artistic value. So here we must note that if a thing has utility value, then only we can think of its artistic value at a broader level, because if it doesn't have utility value, we cannot go for artistic value of it. Now our next term is policy or niti. When we talk about niti, niti is related to how you think, how you behave, and how you work towards nurturing the harmony. Having been convinced about the values and about the inherent harmony in the existence, as of now, we can understand that what are the values and how they help to build up harmony in the existence or in the nature. So, values which are connected with harmony, so, in that case, if you are able to develop an ethical sense in all your pursuit, you will always think, behave, and work towards nurturing the harmony in the nature. And this will lead us to adopt policy conducive to human welfare, conducive to enrichment, protection, and right utilization of mind, body, and wealth. This is an outcome of the definiteness of my desire, thought, expectations as guided by right understanding. In other words, the decisions which we make, either we plan, program, or implement things, or we get some results, or we evaluate things, it is all about enriching, protecting, and rightly utilizing the resources. Resources can be self, body, and wealth. They can be called man, tan, and dhan also. We say na that from man, tan, and dhan, we will serve the nation, we will serve the society. So this is the policy. Policy means planning, programming, implementing, and taking care of results and evaluating accordingly. And in terms of, or in context of, enriching, protecting, and rightly utilizing the resources, either it's your body, it's yourself, or it's wealth. Policy has three parts: economic policy, earth niti, the policy for enrichment of wealth; political policy, Rajya Niti, the policy of protection of body and wealth; policy for universal human order, Dharma Niti, the policy for right utilization of mind, body, and wealth. So there are three policies: economic policy, which is called earth policy, where we talk about the enrichment of wealth; political policy or Rajyaniti, where we talk about the protection of body and wealth; policy for universal human order or Dharma Niti, where we talk about the right utilization of our mind, our body, and our physical facilities or wealth also. Now the next is Charitra. Definiteness of my desire, thought, and selection gives definiteness to my living. So how do I live? That depends on what I desire, what I think, and what I select. Definiteness of character is the outcome of the definiteness of your behavior and your work. Your behavior and your work defines your character. This can be mainly categorized in the terms of the following. First one is chastity in relationships, like we talk about purity and honesty in husband wife relationship, where husband is called husband, if husband is honest and pure, so he will be called swapurusa. Wife will be called a swanari. Right production, acquisition, and utilization of wealth, so that is called swadhana, means right produce physical facilities in a righteous manner, acquire those in righteous manner with right resources, right ways, right styles, and utilize that physical facility or those wealth of yours in a proper way, in proper direction, helping others and utilizing them in a right way. So that is called swadhana. Kindness is kindness in behavior and work, daya purn vyavahar and karya. Daya purn vyavahar and karya, so where we are going to behave and work with kindness. So kindness should be there in our nature to behave and work. Ethical human conduct. A human being with ethical human conduct, coupled with requisite professional skills, only can be a good professional, namely a good engineer, a good manager, a good teacher and researcher, and a good technocrat, etc. So when you have good ethical human conduct inside you, built up inside you with good professional skills, you can be a good professional, you can be a good engineer, you can be a good manager, you can be a good teacher, researcher, a technocrat. So these things need to be implies these things need to be implied in you. Ethical conduct implies that it is naturally acceptable to me and does not give rise to conflict within. So what is ethical conduct? Which you naturally accept in yourself and which doesn't give rise to any conflict inside yourself. Means you are not confused, you don't have any conflict in your mind is clear about things. Ethical conduct stays in consonance with the right understanding of the reality, and it understands the underlying harmony at all levels, all four levels: level of self, individual, level of family or human relationship, level of society at a broader level, world family, and level of nature. Ethical conduct leads to mutual fulfillment with other people and mutual enrichment with rest of the nature. So if you go for right conduct, right ethical conduct, so it will mutually fulfill with your other relations, and mutually enriching the rest of the nature and the physical facilities also. Thus ethical conduct is self satisfying, it satisfies your self, and it is people friendly, it makes you friendly with people, and it is at the same time it is eco friendly, it saves the nature and it enriches the nature, and it is universal also. Development of human consciousness. Having gone through the self exploration process, when we go through the process of self exploration, which we might have studied, you might have studied in unit 1, we can see how it helps us to initiate the development process of our consciousness. So when you explore yourself, I, so you become more conscious, accordingly it affects a change in one's goals. आपके जो goals हैं, your priorities and your selection criteria, that all changes after you become more conscious, after realizing your self, after exploring your self. In animal consciousness, we give all the weightage of physical facilities to the maximization of sensory pleasures, to accumulation of wealth. But when we transform from animal consciousness to human consciousness, we are able to base our thoughts and activities on right understanding, because we naturally accept things, and then we uh, understand them in right way, and we give relationship a more priority than physical facilities. We identify our physical needs, that how much is required for us, and ensure that through production enriching rest of the nature as well. Implications of value based living. So when we talk about value based living, so what are the implications, what are the you can say effects of that if you live with values? At the individual level, happiness, peace, contentment and bliss in the self. So and perseverance, bravery, generosity in the living of individual, these values based living of the individual would reduce the feeling of financial insecurity. If you will live with these values of happiness, peace, contentment, bliss, and in that case you will reduce the feeling of financial insecurity, and at the same time that will not cause you ill health, you will remain healthy from mind and body. At the level of the family, if you are mutually fulfilled in relationships, if you are prosperous in your family, if you sustain joint families, and if you take family as a building block of societal order in place of law enforcing bodies, and if you respect all others without any differentiation in the terms of caste, creed, gender, religion, color, so in that case definitely you are going to stay happy, more happy, when you have these all values implied in your life. At the level of the society, when we start giving higher priorities to relationship over the physical facilities, the society becomes fearless, holistic approaches become more you can say prevailing in the education system, in health sector, and justice sector, and production houses, in exchange and storage uh, houses, and harmony between nations is developed, and world starts growing as a family. If you take society at priority, at the level of nature, coexistence of all units in nature, earth getting more and more suited for sustenance of all entities in all entities on the globe, balances of seasons, proper development, everything happens when everything happens in a balance, then it reduces the problems of, like pollution, over exploitation of resources, like global warming, like nowadays this pandemic corona situation, covid-19 situation has been overpowering the whole world. So these all kind of problems will not be faced by human beings if we imply these all values in our life and will live a life based on values. Thank you very much. Now, in our next class, we will talk about the professional ethics.